Hey, it's your girl Wildflower of UGS Music, and I'm here to review AG Dynasty's newest project, DOA. Now, if you haven't seen the interview and you don't know who this man is, you don't know that AG Dynasty himself is not on the songs, but more so orchestrated the whole project. DOA has 5 tracks, so let's get into the first one. Bones is the intro track with a good feel for an intro. The chords and the beat kind of reminds me of a grand opening of something, like it's opening up the album, giving us a taste of what type of energy to look forward to in the coming tracks. The next song is called Lewis Hamilton. This song kind of sounds like an intro too. It doesn't have a chorus, it's just a sample and a couple verses by Ramakazi and AC Lane. And for that reason, I almost didn't like this song, but good job putting AC Lane in the second verse because he definitely rode the beat. His voice kind of sounds like Kanye, just the voice though. But his verse was probably my favorite verse on this album. It was very metaphorical. The next track called Militant, now this is my favorite track on the album. Just about everything was right here. The combination of artists was really good on this one. Everyone's voice and or flow kind of matches the beat, as in no one sounds out of place. I do think AG does mostly good when choosing which artist should be on which beat. Also, this beat is probably one of the best I've heard so far from AG, and he has a lot of beats that I like. The next song, Glass House. The way this song starts off is a different vibe for the sound of the album and for an AG Dynasty production period. It's the lyrics about love and drugs, and in a way that's not usually done on an AG production, I feel, but is more reminiscent to a 5 a.m. song, which that's who's singing the chorus, so it makes sense. I do think the verses saved this song for me. I really like the 5 a.m. verse. It's very reminiscent of Pierre, which is pretty much why I like the verse. It was the first thing I noticed when the verse started. To be fair, all of his music doesn't sound exactly like Pierre. He's definitely got some good music with his own style. The verse by Joe Michael was also good for the song. I mean, I listen to this song over and over again. I really do like this song. 5 a.m. and the saxophone did it for me. The last song, No More Heroes, sounds great. The only thing that throws me off here is the song starting off with Poirier, who has an acceptable, smooth voice, to Shy with a different voice. And if you don't know about Shy Cloud and what I mean, you need to check out the review I did for him a couple months ago. But yeah, the transition caught me off guard here because I was expecting the same voice. But if you listen, you'll notice the beat does go through its own transition into a different feel, so I get it after the first listen. Also, this beat is one of my favorites on the album, and this song has a favorite line by Joe Michael where he says, "I feel like $1 million, but my bank account don't say the same thing." If that is the quote of the year. Now, since AG is a producer, I do want to put some emphasis on the beats for this review. I really like the beat selection here, better than previous work, which is always a good thing. The previous work is good too. I mean, AG Dynasty actually produced my first cypher. I did use one of his beats for the opening of my old YouTube show called He Said, She Said, so saying this is some of the best work means that he's only getting better. Now, my favorite beats on the album are for Militant, Glass House, and No More Heroes. Bones is really good too, really good, but not a favorite for me. Militant, you can twerk too, so thanks for that. Glass House, I love that he incorporated the saxophone. I think he should keep doing that. It definitely takes his skill and sound versatility up as a producer. Playing an instrument is just special to me, so. No More Heroes and Militant are actually both in the running for my favorite beat of this album. I love what he did with the bass there on No More Heroes, how he kind of draws it out every couple bars. Very dark, very different, very AG Dynasty production. Well, this was definitely a fun album to review. There were so many elements to talk about and pay attention to, and I appreciate that. Keep incorporating the saxophone, keep doing a pretty good job at choosing these artists, choosing the order of verses, who goes where. Also, people watching, artists, give this album a listen, and if you like any of these beats, you should definitely hit AG Dynasty to work. One of the easiest people to work with. You can follow him at AG Dynasty on IG to keep up with everything he has going on because he stays busy, okay? So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I don't wanna bleed for your love, cause I know that love tastes like diamonds. I don't really sleep when I'm gone. Girl, I treat my art like it's